Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 70.7 kilograms. Representing Infinite MMA. Holding a professional record of 3 wins and just 1 defeat. He is the Diamond, Luke Daly! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 72.4 kilograms. Fighting out of Ignite MMA and Vice Training Center. Holding a professional record of 12 wins and 6 defeats. He is David, the Smiling Assassin Martinez! And our referee in charge, Phil Cassidy.
Phil Cassidy in charge of this one. The Diamond in the blue, the Smiling Assassin in the red. First of a possible 3
Let's fight!
5-minute rounds, no touch of gloves, no surprises, Ben.
No, not at all.
Time! Over there, over there!
And that's not going to serve to sweeten Luke's mood with Dave, any kicking him in the nuts first thing. Obviously, it's an accident, these accidental groin shots, but it just adds to Luke's frustration with this whole situation. And I'm expecting some spitefulness.
Well, you can't script these things.
You good?
Can you? Once again, tonight's
time on! Fight!
grudge match brought to you by Proper Number 12 Irish Whiskey. To the body for Martinez, and again.
Very kick-heavy start from Dave. And Luke just taking his time on the outside, looking for his moment. Dave, a very experienced fighter, 18 pro fights to his name. Luke, just 5. But obviously, Luke on the rise. Dave been around forever.
Yes.
Is it a change in the guard tonight? Or does Dave prove that he's been at the top of this sport for a long time for a reason?
Well, I totally agree with you, Ben. In his own words, his aspirations is to get his hands on that belt once again. But again, you've got to beat the scale before you can, I guess, challenge for that belt.
Well, maybe he could become a 2-weight Eternal champion. But he's got a very stern task ahead of him here in a motivated, angry, pissed off Luke Daly. So let's see how he deals with that.
Indeed,
very active start from Dave. Good jab from Luke. Dave taking the center of the cage early. High volume from Martinez. You've got to wonder if these issues with the weight cut are going to start to affect his cardio at some point. But also, if it does go to the ground, does that extra 2 kilos make a massive difference?
Let go of the cage!
Well, this is classic David Martinez. We've seen this many a time before inside the Eternal cage.
Yeah, and what Dave's got better at doing is setting these things up better with his hands. He's much more confident on his feet now, so he's not rushing to engage in the grappling. He's setting everything up with beautiful striking, the much improved striking he's been showing in recent years.
Indeed.
And here he is, 1 hook in, Daly against the cage, half Nelson. Luke's going to look to shake him off the top now, which it looks like is going to happen. Yeah, there you go. And now Luke on top. Let's see how the grappling exchange goes from here.
Oh, wow.
Both hooks in. Both hooks in.
Can you imagine?
With the seatbelt. This is a good position for Luke Daly. His first sort of dominating position in the fight, but he just needs to get his hand back over Dave's head where possible.
Well, the former champion known for his extensive grappling.
Now, he's not going to panic in this situation, that's for sure. He's had some of the who's who on his back during his career, and no doubt every day on the mats in all the gyms he trains at. But Luke's looking to do his work. He's got a couple of minutes to work from this dominant position here. He needs a tie to the up, and he's had to let go there. He just lost the control of the upper body. Dave's going to look to spin into him here. Straight back in on the takedown. Luke does have an underhook, but Dave's got his arms linked up. Luke's trying to pull him back over his bum. top half guard. Luke just slides his now. Look for him to stand now. Dave working very hard in this position, expending a lot of energy.
Make sure you stick around. Our co-main event coming up next between Taser Malone and former Eternal featherweight contender Jesse Medina, to set the stage for our main event between John Fraser and Alfred Stoddart. And our fans watching on UFC Fight Pass, many of them here to support the man they used to call bad to the bone, Taser Malone.
Look for Luke just to tuck his head in there, drive off with his head, make some space and get himself into some open air. But this is what we expect from Dave. This is what Dave Martinez does. He's looking to get you in the grappling positions. And there was an exclamation of pain there from Luke. I don't know if he banged his elbow on the cage. But anyway, they will continue. Good shot from Luke there, but Dave maintaining that top pressure with 30 seconds left in the round. Chips a little shot in. A very dominant grappling performance here from Dave. In the half guard now. We're about to hit a 10-second clacker. If Luke can keep that 2-on-1, he should be able to prevent Dave from doing any damage. Dave's going to look to land some shots with these last few seconds.
Pick your shots there, Dave. Stop there.
Round one comes to an end. It's every weekend from around the globe on UFC Fight Pass. Round two.
Dave off to a high volume start again. Luke, good low leg kick. Big body kick from Luke, but Dave just plods forward with those shots. Again, he's not committing too much power. He's just throwing ones and twos, trying to find his range and probably looking for that connection. Kind of going to look to get Luke back down on the ground again. Here he goes, in on the hips. Hands linked together, not quite. Good elbow from Luke Daly there. He's going to land some elbows in this position.
There's a bit of venom in those ones. Looking to reverse Dave here.
Great grappling exchange here. Good scramble. Dave back on the hips with Daly with his back against the cage again. Hands locked together below the hips, but Luke does have a hand in, which might make it that little bit more difficult. He got his hand out, but Dave gets him down to the ground. Dave in that half guard position with head control. Very difficult to move Dave from these positions. His hips are so heavy. Look at the size of his back.
Positional control well and truly in favor of Martinez. Just over 3 minutes left and room to work for the former two-time champion.
Daly does have an underhook, but he's just so hard to move. That's on the wrong side. He's going to look for that left underhook. 2-on-1 control. Back to butterfly guard. Going to attack the Kimura. Or just look to get his base. Dave's on the back now. One hook in. Much in the way of damage, but lots of control for Dave. Luke slips out there. A little bit of a mistake there from Dave, and he finds himself with his back against the cage, one leg off the ground, trapped him. He's got it back to the deck. What's Luke going to look to do from this dominant grappling position? A bit of head control. I think it's, oh, nice from Dave there, just head ripping him off the cage. And there's some blood somewhere.
Certainly talking to each other, Dave Martinez and Luke Daly.
Luke wants a piece of Dave, you can tell it in his eyes. And Dave's just in the ascendancy at the moment, dominating cage control, dominating pressure on the ground. Luke, a nice chopping elbow from against the cage here. Both boys trying to show the signs of damage worn in this fight now. 90 seconds left in round 2. A very competitive fight.
And a big right hand from Martinez. That left eye giving Daly some problems, Ben.
Yeah, and I think
Wow.
just this strangling, grappling pressure of Dave Martinez is just proving too much, and it's such a shame it has to be overshadowed, because this is a clinical performance from Dave Martinez.
It's looking like the Dave of old.
Well, a new evolution of that. With the striking, he's very confident on his feet now, and he's landing good shots, and he's doing damage on the feet, which he never used to have to fear that much from Dave Martinez.
Yes.
And now he's added that wrinkle to his game. He's a real problem. But I think Luke is injured in some way. He's having some problems with one of his arms, which I think is making it difficult for him to extricate himself from these positions sometimes. And here he goes, he's on a leg now. Maybe he can just use that to sweep and find himself some space to stand up.
Let's wait and see what he's got in store. He certainly won't give up. He's got the heart of a champion, Luke Daly.
Well, we know he's good at, I mean, he's got a twister submission in MMA to his name, so we know he's got straps on the ground.
Absolutely.
Oh, he's got to watch it.
We will see a third and final round in this one. Let's wait and see if he can put a cap
Go over there, David.
on round 3 in style. Phil Cassidy calls time.
And we're getting the doctor in here. I don't know what for. Phil's obviously seen something he's not happy with. He wants the doctor to check out
his left shoulder. Yes.
left shoulder. Maybe they want to see if his left shoulder's come out of position or not. So maybe that's the issue, that they feel that that the referee indeed feels like Daly's having a problem. His left shoulder may be dislocated. I actually think it might be the elbow or something. But he's getting a thorough check-in from the doctor, and hopefully he'll be good to go to continue. The doctor's happy. It looks like the fight will continue.
Oh no, he's fine. He's fine, all right. He's not going to let a dislocated shoulder stop him from trying to obtain victory in this one.
Good push kick there. I mean, Dave keeps trying to touch gloves with Luke, which is a lost cause. He might as well just focus on touching his gloves on his face, because there's going to be no glove touch here, I would say, even at the end of the fight.
Zero chance.
But Luke has come out with a renewed sense of purpose in this round, and he wants to put Dave away.
Here he comes, the diamond.
You know, imagine the frustration. He doesn't even have a gym to train in at the moment. His gym got burnt down, and he still made weight, and here he is against the guy fighting in his hometown who can't make weight. So as brilliant as Dave's performance has been to this point, if he does go on to get a victory, it's going to be overshadowed by the scales, which is a shame, because like I said, Dave has looked unbelievable. Good elbows on the inside from Dave Martinez there. Good work from Luke to change the position around. He's going to look to disengage here. Good knee. Dave looking up at the clock. Good elbow from Daly there, and Dave went straight for the double leg. Luke looks to have good chin control here. Switches to the underhook, switches his feet well.
Well, Martinez giving him no room to breathe, let alone move, but you can see that Daly is landing some shots on the inside when that opening presents itself.
But you've got to think, with 3 minutes left, Luke Daly cannot afford to go to the ground at this point. He's got the Kimura grip, figure four, let it go. Looking for the whizzer. Underhook. Turns him. For me now, Luke needs to split. Oh, yeah, great.
There's a big elbow from Daly. And this is what he needs, counting down the final half of round 3.
It's all or nothing for Luke Daly now. He needs to finish this fight for me to get the win. Dave turns the position. I think he's got his hands locked behind the hips once again.
Down goes Daly. Huge slam from Martinez.
Two minutes to go. Luke needs something special here to get his hand raising. Dave just needs to keep doing what he's doing at this point. He's looking dangerous everywhere. And I'm pretty sure Luke is unable to use that left arm properly. 90 seconds remain. Dave where he wants to be in the closing stages of this fight, with Luke pinned against the cage, dominant control.
And you've got to give credit to the heart of Luke Daly. Again, you mentioned it earlier on, there's nothing more he would love than to walk away with a victory over a former Eternal champion, but Martinez, he ain't just going to give it to him. 1 minute on the clock now.
Yeah, it looks like it's all or nothing time for Luke Daly now. There he goes, slides the knee out. Great work from Luke Daly. That's all will and heart. Carrying Dave Martinez, a phenomenal grappler, phenomenal MMA fighter. He's up. Still Dave with the body lock and controlling that inside leg. Some separation here. Can Luke get another couple of punches in? I'm sure he'd love a couple more swings at Dave.
He's a tough coconut to crack, the former champion.
Great use of the forearm to lever the chin up there and not allow Dave to drop down on that double. But Luke Daly is fighting through something right here.
Absolutely.
This is 15 seconds to go. Looks like Dave back in on the double leg. 10-second clacker.
Let's see if they can find some separation. Oh, wow. What happened there? All right, well, that'll do it for this one. Phil Cassidy.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the bout 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision in the red